Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into something really unique. It looks less like your typical wellness advice and more like a super detailed blueprint for a personal operating system.
Yeah, it really does. It's this complete, multi-layered plan focused on cellular health and deep detoxification.
Exactly, and we're not just talking broad strokes here.
Not at all. We've got these incredibly specific instructions. I mean, everything from how you prepare your own hydration fluid down to minute-by-minute timing for minerals.
And some pretty novel application methods too, right? Like creams on meridian points.
And nebulizing sea minerals is quite something.
The level of detail is just wow. So our goal today, I think, is to try and unpack this, make sense of the sheer volume of information and figure out the logic behind it all.
Right. Why this sequence? Why these timings? How do things like, basic salt water connect with advanced energy field devices?
Let's try and piece it together. Where should we start? The foundation.
Makes sense. Let's start right at the beginning, which the source material lays out with incredible precision, foundational hydration.
Okay. And even this is specific. You need a distiller.
Yep, a distiller, glass gallon jugs, mason jars for storage maybe. The idea is purity.
And the formula itself.
Simple but specific. 1 gallon of distilled water plus exactly 1 teaspoon of Celtic sea salt. That's it. That's your hydration fluid.
Okay, so a clean, mineralized base, no contaminants, just pure water and electrolytes, basically.
Exactly. Purified base for everything that follows.
Yeah.
But the real engine, you could say, of this whole thing is what they call the calcium cascade.
Ah, yes, the cascade. This focuses on 4 key minerals.
That's right. Calcium, magnesium, potassium, and zinc. Sequenced meticulously.
And there's a crucial co-requirement here, isn't there? Something about PEMF.
Absolutely non-negotiable, according to the source. You have to use this calcium cascade protocol alongside a good PEMF device, pulsed electromagnetic field.
Okay, so what's the thinking there? Why PEMF?
Well, the claim in the sources is that PEMF increases cellular permeability, makes the cells more receptive, essentially more energized.
Ah, so if you're timing these minerals so precisely.
Exactly. You want the cells to be like wide open and ready to grab those minerals efficiently when they arrive in sequence.
Which makes that sequencing even more critical. It's not just taking them, it's this timed flow, and the measurements are dropful.
Yeah, dropful, short for dropperful. So the sequence kicks off with calcium, 4 dropperfuls.
Okay, calcium first, then what?
Then you wait. And this is key. You wait a full 20 minutes.
20 minutes? That seems like a long time in a daily routine, just waiting after calcium.
It does. The implication seems to be that calcium needs time to do its job as a signaling molecule inside the cells. Like it needs to kick off certain processes before magnesium comes in.
Okay, a dedicated signaling period. Interesting. So after that 20 minutes.
Then comes magnesium, also 4 dropperfuls. But here, things speed up dramatically.
How so?
After the magnesium, you only wait 60 seconds, just 1 minute.
Wow, okay. Big difference. From 20 minutes to 1 minute?
Yep. Then comes potassium, just 1 dropperful this time. And again, wait only 60 seconds.
Got it. Potassium, 1 drop. 1 minute wait. Is there an alternative for potassium?
The notes mention you can substitute iodine here if needed. Same timing, 60 seconds.
Right. And the final step in this sequence?
That's zinc. 2 dropperfuls, and this one comes with a huge warning.
Oh, what's that?
You must not take zinc at the same time as copper. Absolutely crucial separation needed.
Okay, zinc and copper antagonism, that's known, but how does this protocol manage it?
It sets up this strict 12-hour rule. It basically dictates the rhythm of your entire day around these 2 minerals.
Right. So say you take your zinc in the morning cascade, maybe 8 a.m.
Then no copper until 8 p.m., minimum 12 hours apart.
And the copper dose.
Half a teaspoon taken at night. And the reason given is pretty specific, too. It supposedly facilitates the uptake of B12.
So the timing isn't just about avoiding antagonism, it's also about creating synergy later on with B12. But practically speaking, a 12-hour gap, that sounds really challenging to manage day to day.
It definitely highlights the level of commitment required. This isn't casual supplementation. It's like precision scheduling.
And speaking of B12, there's a specific way to take that too, isn't there?
Yes, delivery method matters here. 1 small B12 strip under the tongue twice a day for that direct sublingual absorption.
Bypassing digestion and B-complex.
Available if needed, but the source specifies a particular Healthy Solutions brand, implying, quality and potency are key. Pharmaceutical grade is mentioned.
Okay. And we can't forget the cofactors, D3 and K2.
Mandatory. Explicitly stated as essential parts of the calcium cascade program. not optional add-ons.
It really shows how integrated this whole thing is meant to be. You're managing mineral interactions, energy fields, B vitamin absorption.
And gut health, too. There's a separate mention and a product link specifically for supporting the gut. It's like they're trying to optimize multiple systems simultaneously.
Okay, so we've covered the sort of internal chemistry, the hydration, the timed minerals, the cofactors. What about the more unconventional parts, the targeted organ support?
Right. This is where it moves beyond just swallowing pills or liquids. First up is a blood cleansing protocol.
What does that involve?
It requires a specific product recommended from a site called avrolife.com, often comes in little sachet bags, and the duration is important, at least 90 days.
90 days minimum.
Right.
Again, signaling this is about deep, long-term change, not a quick fix.
Exactly. Then we get to liver restoration, and this uses both a liquid and a cream.
A cream with the liver.
Yep. The goal stated is restoring liver function, lowering cortisol, building muscle, controlling sugar. Quite a list.
How are they used?
The liquid is fairly standard, 4 shots in the morning, 4 at night. But the cream that's applied over the liver meridian,
Liver meridian, where's that?
according to the instructions, under the armpits and around the neck.
Okay, that's definitely different. Applying a cream under your arms and around your neck to support your liver. What's the proposed mechanism?
It seems to blend, biochemistry with concepts from energy medicine or traditional Chinese medicine. The idea seems to be using those meridian pathways to deliver the support more directly or efficiently to the target area's energy field, complementing the internal liquid.
Hitting it from the inside and the outside via energy pathways. That's a very integrated view.
It really is. It suggests a belief system where the physical and the energetic are deeply intertwined. And there's also a mention of anti-aging support.
Right, drawing on recommendations from another source, new extracts.
Yeah, highlighting things like D3K2 again, B2, B complex, vitamin C, and interestingly, DMSO is included there.
DMSO, dimethyl sulfoxide, often used to enhance skin penetration.
Which fits with the topical application theme we just saw with the liver cream. It's all pointing towards getting things into the system effectively through multiple routes.
Okay, so we have timed internal chemistry, targeted organ support using liquids and topical meridian applications. What's next? It feels like it keeps escalating.
It does. The next level involves advanced delivery technology. Nebulization.
Nebulizing minerals.
Specifically, the Quinton nebulizer protocol. You need a particular machine, a Copac nebulizer. The source even mentions it comes with masks and a mouthpiece.
And what are you nebulizing? What goes in the machine?
Original Quinton hypertonic solution,
Well,
which is basically filtered concentrated seawater packed with minerals and trace elements.
so you're breathing in concentrated mineral-rich seawater mist.
Essentially, yes. Getting those minerals directly into the lungs, bypassing the digestive system entirely for rapid absorption. But there's another layer to it.
Of course there is. What is it?
You have to do this while lying on that PEMF device we talked about earlier.
Get out of here.
Oh.
So you're lying on an energy field device while breathing in nebulized ocean minerals.
That's the protocol. Simultaneously delivering minerals via the lungs while bathing the body's cells in a pulsed electromagnetic field to maximize, well, everything, presumably, uptake, utilization.
Wow. That's not just a health routine. That's like a high-tech therapeutic session.
It really is the peak of this protocol's complexity and integration. Using energy fields, advanced delivery tech, precisely timed biochemistry, all working together.
So when we step back and look at this whole intricate blueprint, what's the main takeaway? What does it all boil down to?
I think the absolute core message is interdependence and precision. It's not a pick-and-choose menu. It's presented as a tightly integrated system.
Right. Every piece seems to rely on the others. The PEMF enhances the mineral uptake, the mineral timing avoids conflicts and sets up synergies, the delivery methods aim for maximum bioavailability.
Exactly. And the timing is relentless. That 20-minute calcium window, the 60-second waits, the strict 12-hour zinc-copper separation. If you miss a window, does the whole cascade get thrown off? The protocol implies it might.
It really forces you to reconsider what following a health plan means, doesn't it? If success hinges on hitting a 60-second target or structuring your entire day around a 12-hour gap.
It moves way beyond casual self-care, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's more like executing a complex, time-sensitive procedure. Almost military-like precision is demanded.
Yeah. Which leads to a final thought, maybe. If this level of intricate timing and system integration is truly necessary for optimal cellular function, as this blueprint suggests,
What does that say about all the generic, untimed supplements most people take?
exactly. Does it imply that without this level of precision, we're missing a huge part of the potential benefit? It certainly challenges our standard ideas about wellness routines and what real adherence looks like.
It definitely gives you something to think about regarding the complexity that might underlie optimal health. Is it really that complicated? The source certainly argues it is.